And there are a few fundamental differences which point to why they need to refuel it. Firstly, they're talking about a variation of Starship landing on the moon called the HLS. It's more than 50 meters high and has a mass of about 100,000 kilos. The current plan is that one of those will be in orbit around the moon waiting, and it will be met by a crew on board an Orion capsule. The crew will transfer to the HLS, descend to the moon, then return back to orbit to meet with Orion, and the crew will use that to return home. So we're looking at about 100,000 kilograms of lander that's going to need to be slowed down to a stop on the lunar surface while still having enough fuel on board to get back into lunar orbit. And all of that needs to get to lunar orbit in the first place. And Starship only has two stages to it. The main Starship craft itself, which sits on top of the Super Heavy booster. The Super Heavy booster acts very similar to the first stage of the Saturn V. It gets the Starship to about 45 miles in altitude, but the Starship itself is then left needing to get its own way to Earth orbit. And you've probably already seen the Starship test flights to know that by the time they get that thing to orbit, there's not a huge amount of fuel left on board it. Even if we consider that they probably didn't fully fuel it and that later models will probably be able to carry more fuel to begin with, there still would not be a huge amount of fuel left once they reached Earth orbit.